Georgia's Confederate Memorial Day passed quietly on Friday, probably because the old lost cause is lost again to political correctness. That's a little bit of a shame because Augusta has long had one of the biggest claims to fame in that it has the very first Confederate memorial erected in the United States. It was conceived in 1865, the last year of the war, and it was dedicated in 1873. It was inspired by the loss of 24 men of the St. James Methodist Church Sabbath School. They died during the war. We don't know a whole lot about them except what was written about their church attendance and their deaths in a program compiled 140 years ago for the dedication of this monument. We know there was Henry Zinn. He died on the second day of Gettysburg, but he was remembered by his old church as someone who was attentive to his mother and his sisters. He might have died fighting along with Lieutenant John Chesebro. He died leading his men in the battle at Gettysburg, according to the church program. Perhaps most poignant are the two Tutt brothers, Henry, the older one, who died of his wounds from Malvern Hill, and his younger brother Thomas, who died at Sharpsburg. Some of us today might dismiss this as a weathered monument to a lost effort, but maybe there's more to it. I'll talk about that in a minute. About 5 years after this church said goodbye to its war heroes, it also said goodbye to an old friend. Richard Hall, a sexton, longtime sexton for St. James Methodist Church, passed away. Hall was a black man, but the white church congregation and its leaders ignored the social conventions of the era and held his funeral here in the church. His pallbearers were the white board of stewards, and according to the church history, he was borne into the church tenderly as they said his funeral, and then borne out of the church on his way to Cedar Grove Cemetery. We are left today to ponder such contradictions. Why a church so quick to revere and honor its Confederate dead could just as quickly honor and revere a respected black man who served as a sexton. Maybe it's really not a mystery. Times change, but history remembers and love endures.